Hello Flosstube, my name is Tamara
And in this video I'm going to present you my last Halloween project for this year.
and this is Three Gables by Cricket Collection. It's a quite famous house. Christmas, oh my god, I'm already thinking of Christmas. A Halloween house, so it looks like this. And I put everything together. I don't know if I told, but in my shopping videos, but for this design, for this project, I used to get the materials in time, you know, not like buying everything at once. Like I bought things, I bought something, so step by step I just put everything together. So I'm going to stitch on this fabric. So this is cashel linen from Zweigart. This is vintage mocha. According to the chart, to the key, it should be R&R reproduction espresso, I think, I'm not sure. The thing is that in the shops I used to do my cross-stitch shopping, I didn't find this linen, and I didn't want to search in other shops and buy just this linen and pay for, let's say, shipping if it comes from US, so on and so forth. Why did I choose this shade? Because on Instagram I already saw this project stitched on this fabric and it looks fabulous, and that's why I was like sure that I am going to do the same. So it wasn't my idea, by the way. What else? I have the buttons, all the just another buttons, finally, because I thought that I am smart enough to buy them one by one, but in the end I just gave up because it was too expensive to, I don't know. So I have the buttons, I have the Wix Dye Works, all the shades they recommend for this project. If I'm going to have leftovers, I don't worry because I have the sequel of this design. The sequel of Three Gables, I forgot how it's called, the one which is stitched on lilac linen, which I hope to stitch next year. So they use the same shades of Wix Dye Works, that's why I'm not like that they are going to be lost. I'm going to use for that project the leftovers. This pile of DMC are all the DMC threads which I used in this project. By the way, I was surprised there are too many, not too many, there are many, because I was sure that the great deal is going to be stitched with Wix Dye Works, but there is like DMC as well. How much of this DMC is going to be used, I am going to see. Honestly, I thought that the colors of DMC are going to be brighter, but they are not, but they are beautiful. I like them. I like this shades. And what else? And I have a helper. I have such a beautiful dragon. So yes, it's in purple and it has a Swarovski, and I'm super glad that I have it. It's not cheap, I would say from the very beginning that it's not cheap, and it's from a local UK person who is making them, and I'm super happy that I have such a dragon. So this is it. I'm going to start this project and I hope to show you what do I have stitched in this project. I wanted to show you what I have stitched from the Three Gables from Cricket Collection. I have, it's not half of a work, but still taking into account that here it's not going to be anything, I would say it's half a work. So I have like the ground floor, and I need the first floor and the attic, something like this. My great surprise is that I find this work extremely interesting. I was thinking that it's going to be a kind of boring work where you are stitching with hand-dyed threads, big parts, and you are just yawning. But no, at least this part, it was very interesting. I liked it a lot. I liked the combination of colors, of course. I liked this ground. I don't know what this is. I suppose it's autumn leaves, I think. But the combination of these cross stitches and colors, it's extremely nice. Also at the this ground floor, like this thing, the door, the windows, the window curtain, which is with an awesome back stitch, and this French knots. These are ghost eyes watching from the house. What else? Everything so it's nice, it's super nice. The doorknob, for example, also it was made with mini cross stitches, I would say. So it's super interesting. The thing which I changed here, so this fence I made it from 3 threads, not 2 as it's recommended, because I thought that it's going to be a bit, it will look a bit like bigger in volume, it will give volume. And also I did this because the black color, you see that it's a little bit scent of brick underneath it, a little bit, and I thought that if I'll make it in 3, it's going to be more evident. And it's nice, it's not like when I started it I was afraid that it's too much, but not, it's too much. It's nice, it's nice. So what I actually have left is to make the rest of the, I'll just show you. So actually is this part what I have left. So here indeed it's a lot of stitching with the same color of Quickstep Works, and the cherry of the on the cake, it's the buttons. So I hope I will manage to fix the buttons okay. So I'm in love with this work. This is my first work from Cricket Collection. I have 2 more, I think, yes, 2 more charts in my stash, and I have charts from this designer which I still like, and I think I'm going to buy them because I am in love. Actually, I love stitching a Cricket Collection. So probably the next filming is going to be from the ready work. We'll see. I have stitched everything, so I have the whole house. I wanted to show you before stitching the buttons, not stitching, sorry, sewing the buttons. I hope it's going to be okay, because I know from other videos that the ref which is here, it's a little bit complicated to sew. I'll see, but the house is really nice. And by the way, in the chart they say that if you don't want buttons, it's okay not to use them, because the design is made in such a way that it looks nice without buttons. For example, this bed here, so it's cross stitched, but I have to use this one to put it over, like here on the stitches. So if you are not a button fan, you can use it like this, because the design is extremely nice. The buttons are done, so you can see here. The most difficult thing, of course, is this ref of buttons, which has to be carefully made, but the rest of them it's not so complicated. And this bat, you see, you have to make French knots on his eyes. They didn't say which color of thread to use for each button, so that I just figure it out. The only thing they indicated is for this bat's eyes, and that's it. And what I added extra is this ghost button, because when I started buying materials for this design, I thought about buying the buttons one by one, and I just didn't manage. That's why in the end I bought the button pack for this design, and I have some extra buttons. And you see, in the beginning I bought this ghost as being big, but actually it's needed a small ghost, and the big one I still used here in this space. So I have 2 ghosts on this in this design. Also before stitching it, I don't know why I thought that I'm going to make it a pin keep after stitching, but now I realize it's still too big for a pin keep, and it's still too beautiful for a pin keep. That's why I thought about framing it. I don't know how I'm going to manage, because I'm not very good at framing, but I managed to buy such a frame. The interesting thing is that I was sure that I'm going to buy a black or a dark gray one, but I didn't find. But I think this one also, it's so kind of spooky and old and nice. Okay, let's see what I'm going to manage out of this craziness. I wanted to show you the final result, so I framed it. I'm not good at this, like framing, because I don't think it's even perfectly in the center and so on and so forth. But anyway, it looks okay, so it can be used. Everything can be redone, so next Halloween, if I will feel that it's not okay, I'm going to redo it. But until next Halloween, for sure, I'm not going to do anything, as this was my last Halloween work, and I'm super happy that everything is, how do I say, it's a ready-made item which can decorate my house. If to refer to the threads left over, I mean like the week's dye works, the special threads, hand-dyed threads. So I can tell you that bark, which was recommended 3 skeins, so this is the leftover from the third, but you need the third, so 2 is not enough. Then brick, it was used very little, so if you want to, I don't know, change it with DMC, not to spend money on a week's dye works, you can do it. Adobe, it was used more than brick, but also not so much. Charcoal, so it was used like half of the skein, I think, maybe a little bit more. And then there is basil, which honestly in the end I was not sure if it's going to be enough. But still I have something. So, but if you make a mistake, you would use this one and you will live with nothing. So this is the leftover of the hand-dyed floss which I used in this design. Thank you for watching this video. If you are not a subscriber yet, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because a lot of more interesting videos are about to come. But until then, bye bye!